Ahoy there, mateys. That beauty you're looking at? That's Arachne's Pride, the finest ship on the seas, or at least my seas. But today we're not setting sail, oh no. We're doing something far more daring. We're bottling her up. That's right, I'm taking Arachne's Pride from the digital waters of Sea of Thieves and crafting her into a ship in a bottle. A feat of engineering, artistry, and just a dash of madness. So let's dive in. First up, I started with Arachne's Pride herself. I found square wooden dowel at the craft store that fit into the neck of the bottle. I cut it down to the size that I wanted and started shaping it with sandpaper and a Dremel. I used a pin vise to drill space into the front of the ship where I could insert a cut-off piece of toothpick to use for the bowsprit. The cannons are also toothpicks cut down in shape to resemble some kind of cannon. And the stairs are coffee stir sticks that have been stacked offset to look like stairs and cut down to size. And then again, using the pin vise and chunks of cut down popsicle stick as well as wire, I built the canopy overhanging the back of the boat. And then I used cardstock cut into strips for the details on the side and bottom of the boat, as well as extra support on the canopy, which I then placed paper over top. I then removed one of the cannons for now, realizing it wasn't going to fit into the bottle with it attached, and gave it a paint job in the colors I wanted, as well as tried to paint a spider on the front as best I could. I then gave it a gloss coat to seal all that paint on, as well as give it a nice shine. Next up, I started working on the mast and the rigging. It's toothpicks cut down to the right size for the bottle and shaped kind of to a point like a mast. I put the crossbeam on and gave it a paint job before I could start testing out the hinge for the mast. This part's really important. It's the only way that ship's ever going to fit into a bottle. Off screen, I set up the rigging and painted the sail. I think it looks pretty cool. Next up, we prepare the bottle. I chose this Kraken bottle because, it seemed fitting. And no, you don't just stuff the ship in and call it a day. We need to give her a proper sea to sail on. The waves are crafted right inside the bottle using modeling clay. It's a bit of a balancing act, shaping the clay with tools while peering through the glass. But hey, what's an ocean without a few challenges, right? I then thought I would replicate the ship's crest to put on my stand. I used thicker popsicle sticks and gave it a good paint job, and I was ready to go. And now for the tricky part. I did my best to fold up this ship and get it stuffed in the neck of the bottle here, but as you can see, it definitely took me more than a few tries and definitely some time to get it all set up in place. Well, once I finally get it in the bottle, I do use a long pair of tweezers to push it flat into the modeling clay. Now you're seeing how the hinge works. You fold it up and turned it, and you do your best not to bust it as you're shoving it into the neck of the bottle. Well, I'm going to leave all this raw footage in here so you guys can kind of see the process, but I am going to speed it up so it doesn't take overly as long. I'll slow it down for any of the important parts. So here's where I finally got it into a position I liked. So I decided that I would glue the rigging down, give it a snip, and then essentially cork it and call it done. And there you have it, Arachne's Pride, bottled for eternity and ready to steal the spotlight. Building a ship in a bottle is no easy feat, but it's one heck of a rewarding project, and a great way to keep your Sea of Thieves adventures alive on land. If you enjoyed this tutorial, hoist the like button and drop anchor on the subscribe bell. Until next time, fair winds and following seas.